if it isn't the lad who stalks the legendary Stalker. I didn't see you there. Are you hurt anywhere? No, you're not. So very glad to know you are unharmed, my good fellow. Like me, surely you've heard of the tragedy of the Zelator underground facility. Such a loss. And Veronique, to think she met such a horrible end. It rends my very heart in two. We disagreed on nearly everything, but there was respect, and on her part, greatness. I must know, did she say anything to you before she died? Did the medicine claim her sanity and finally drive her mad? I am truly sorry to hear that. A heroic end, but such a tragedy. The Rose Estate. You are perhaps seeking the Alchemist tram. There was a tram here once, a long time ago, but it was deep underground. Deeper than here. You can keep looking for it, but that tram to the Rose Estate's been out of commission for ages. I had assumed Veronique's Vanguard took it down for, permanent maintenance. But you might yet be in luck. If you're looking for a route to the sea, take this. This key was given to me by an alchemist before he expired. He claimed it opened a secret passage to the coast. You can get more use from that key than I. Just past the ruins of the tram station, you'll see an entrance. Not sure why I held on to it. I just had a feeling it could be useful to someone. This is alchemist territory. One might say this place is where all the Ergo we use comes from. But the alchemists found something else underground. Something so dangerous, most of them fled. They'd say, retreated. Only mining puppets left in there now, still working away. But that doesn't make it safe. Let caution be your watchword. Me? I had some things to look into, investigating this and that. As it happened, I took a rather pointless detour. But I'm still doing my best, trying to, do something good. Veronique was my rival, but was she a hero? Yes, and did seeing her lead me to self-reflection? Yes, it did. And as I reflected, I've learned I simply do not have the courage for, self-sacrifice. I'm no hero. There is no greatness within this coward's body. It seems I'm really nothing like her.
You could say we found a silver lining. Because it's, you know what? Never mind. Mind. Nice to know the tram's not the only way out, huh?
flinch? Hello? Yes, you, my handsome friend. Surprised? Don't be. This puppet isn't really me. I'm... well, puppeting this one, you might say. Sadly, it appears to be malfunctioning. You found me in quite a bind. Though again, not really me. But I suppose it's fate. You and I, meeting in a place like this. So, might I ask a favor, friend? That is, the real me, I'm... well, trapped. Though I don't know where. It's terribly aggravating is what it is. And embarrassing. Why did my colleagues abandon me like this? Anyway, can you come find me, friend? Just venture a bit deeper into the ruins. But be careful. We don't want you to get stuck somewhere as well. guess that's not going to work. A bit broken, this one too. Celebi! You'll never believe what happened. I was readying this new puppet to be your guide, but it broke. Sorry, so very sorry. But perhaps if you go further inside, I can somehow meet you halfway. Just listen to my tale. I beg of you. Your objections will fall by the wayside. Please. I am Alexander. I'm an alchemist. A loaded word, I know, but I'm friendly, I promise. I'm rather well known in their ranks. Before all this happened, I was in charge of a crucial experiment. Yes, brains and charm. It's a truly incredible experiment. Its importance is incontrovertible. I just wish I could show you. Well, as I said, these puppets aren't really me. I'm controlling them remotely since, well, you think I want to look like this puppet? I'll have you know that I'm known for brains and beauty. It's true. Perhaps then it was vanity. Perhaps I let my effortless good looks go to my head. Whatever the reason, there was an incident. Alright, a date. I was on a date with the daughter of one of the most important alchemists. Apparently, he didn't approve. So, there was a huge ruckus. Someone put a bag over my head, and when I came to, I was locked in this ridiculously dark place. I would like to get out of here. I'm trapped somewhere so dark, I can't even see my hands in front of my face. And it's so quiet. I think they locked me in a box or a coffin. But I can still think, and that means I'm not dead. Ha! Anyhow, come and get me out, please. I would like to get out of here. I'm trapped somewhere so dark, I can't even see my hands in front of my face. And it's so quiet. I think they locked me in a box or a coffin. But I can still think, and that means I'm not dead. Ha! Anyhow, come and get me out, please. This whole guide my savior using a series of available puppets plan isn't working out, is it? But I know you'll still come and save me, because I know what you are, and that's a hero.
What the blazes was that?
so happy to see you again. I tried to go to the Rose Estate. The white butterfly was helping. But maybe it was too far. Heart slowing, stopping. Can you give Ergo? Resora needs Ergo. Thanks. With this, I can move. I can dance. Here, Resora has a gift for you. It's another treasure I found on my trip. Resora will follow the white butterfly. I don't know what is waiting for me there, but I do know what I want. I want you there with me, my forever friend.
Any enemy of the alchemists is a friend of mine. Let's check what's inside. I know this place. It's called the Spider Cave. I heard that something strange happened here. Have you heard the tale? A miner puppet was so mistreated that it learned resentment. The puppet murdered a human miner and fled. But some say you can still hear the sound of it digging for more victims. But from the look of this, it appears the alchemists may have been involved. If you discover the truth, please let me know. Any enemy of the
Well met, Master. Lumacchio. Oh, you just missed him. He left in a rush after receiving some documents. As the leader of the bastards, he is a busy fellow, you know. Well met.
Delightful! My charming, handsome, generous friend, you found me! Ignore the puppet over there. It's my last one, so I'm keeping it handy in case I need it. Now, I don't know how long I've been in this stuffy old box. But I can tell you, it's too long. I can't even feel my arms or legs. Surely you see it in front of you? The box? Don't tell me it's a coffin. Please, get me out! A what? A brain? In a fact? That can't be me. I'm stuck in a small dark box, ask anyone. My arms and legs have just gone numb, along with my ears, and it's pitch black in here, of course. But... wait. That certainly would explain a few... No. That would explain everything. My arms and legs. They're not asleep. They're gone, aren't they? Brain in a jar. Look, enough with the jokes. Now, what does the box look like? Strong, black, made of steel? No, I don't believe me either. A brain is all that's left of me. Okay, time to face facts. Is my brain floating in a huge glass tank? And is this tank inside a cylindrical case of some kind? Give it to me straight. How bad is it? Really bad? Oh boy, yes, that's it for me. That's the life support equipment. It's full of Ergo gas, and if that's just leaching away, when all the gas is gone, I'll have maybe a minute left. This machine? Are you joking? Of course I know this machine. I invented it. Here I am, the subject of my own experiment. It's all over. I'm doomed! Doomed, I say! And to think, every previous experiment was a failure, and I'm the first success. You have got to be kidding me! I invented this machine, so I know how it works. My days were already numbered. The machine can't sustain life forever, even when it's in perfect condition. But now, I'm far too smart to kid myself. It's hopeless for me. I'm a brain. A brain in a vat. Does that even count as being alive? I don't know anymore. I've reached a conclusion. I have a favor to ask. I want you to turn off the machine. My future is mine to decide. Thank you, my friend. And remember me. My name is Alexander. Alexander Goodman. The inventor and, I suppose, first successful test subject of the Mindkeeper machine. And you know, I wasn't lying, I really was handsome. This nightmare is finally coming to an end. Thank you, my generous friend. Thank you.
There's no doubt about it. Someone wanted this thing destroyed. And it happened quite recently from the look of things.
received this message that I am likely dead. Either I have been cut down by a blade, or I have succumbed to the disease consuming my body. I don't know which will find me first. But before the end, I will save Romeo. And I have a request. Take care of him. Please, do this for me. If he gets any foolish ideas about exacting revenge or completing my mission, stop him. You have my permission to slap him if that's what it takes. And tell Romeo. Tell him to be happy.
We still have time. Leia must be headed to the Rose Estate. If we can save Leia and Romeo, I think this is our shot at changing things. said before. Just think, if we can save them here, we could alter Krat's future. For the better, I hope. But put that aside. Leia's fighting alone. How could we not help? So, what do you say, pal?
This wretched cold. What I wouldn't give for a strong drink. Indeed, it feels as if we're at the end of the world here. Something scarred this place. The alchemists and their deadly infighting. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a living, breathing merchant who wants to stay that way. Let's stick to business.
How in the world are you still alive? You really are one of the luckiest fellows I've ever met. All that effort to stop you down the drain. Proud of yourself? Veronique was a nuisance too. One who dug too deep. The legendary Stalker and the leader of the Sweepers. Two troublesome sides of the same coin. It is indeed unfortunate that my trap built for two snared only one. That so-called legend, Leia Florence, evaded my scheme. But you know where she is. Don't you? It's no great mystery, lad. For myself, obviously. Wait, you expected some grand speech on justice, honor, and duty? Meaningless concepts in this world. No speeches, just action. I just need to carry out my part in Sir Simon's grand plan. And then, I'll reap all the rewards I have sown. Whoever lives, dies, or fights means nothing to me. Let us take you, for example. You think your story means anything? You are a nuisance, to be disposed of. A nobody. I'm so glad you mentioned this. Of course, I too want only peace. You see, I abhor violence. We are not savages, my good fellow. I am grateful the alchemist dealt with Veronique. I find such things distasteful. Now, it's your turn. And what could be a more peaceful solution than you simply not resisting and allowing me to do what I must? And in more ways than one. But the games end here. Behold, an elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemist as reward for my contributions. You know far too much. It's time to die. dear, good, kind fellow, hear me out, please. I can explain everything. All of it. Please, just... don't kill me. All this happened. All of it. Because of the alchemist and their damned infighting. I had to pick a side. Don't you see? I'd have ended up like Veronique. Or your precious legend. I had to choose. I chose Simon's side. I only did what he commanded. Please, I beg for mercy. If I did evil, it was not of my design, it was them. This isn't common knowledge. But when Valentinus ran things, she was... what was it? Off limits. Whatever she got up to, we were told to ignore it. To pretend it wasn't happening. But even as Simon gathered more power and influence, she remained loyal to Valentinus, and when she and Simon came into direct conflict, a bounty was quietly and unofficially placed on her head. Competition was fierce. Veronique's faction targeted her repeatedly, and our side couldn't disobey orders. This is a mistake. But how? The alchemist gave me this elixir, no middleman. For the cure, it was complete. Worked on carcasses, they said. I was to have a stronger body, one immune to disease and infection. I was to become... But no. It must have been a mistake. They gave me the wrong one. The wrong elixir. I must have treatment. I must, my good, kind fellow. Please, sir. What? No. How could you? You promised. You promised you would let me live. Please. Please. They promised. The alchemist. I must go to them. I must go to them and get my cure. No. I was chosen!
I'll be honest, it's the terrible conclusion that schemers like him face in the end. What a fall from grace. He had...
I have won! I caught you! Fish, you and I. For 3 days and 3 nights we battled. I never slept nor ate. I fought and fought until I triumphed. They all said I would never catch any fish. But I am a fisherman. The last fisherman of Krat. If not I, then who? I rowed out to prove that even the greatest fish of the sea could not defeat me. Indeed, I did. I caught it. I fought the beast for 3 days and 3 nights. No food, no sleep. In the end, I caught it with my bare hands. The great toll is taken on my body. Why? Because I am a fisherman, of course. The petrification disease, carcass monsters, none of that matters. Any day the sun also rises, so does the tide. and a fisherman must head to sea to bring in the catch. That's what I wanted to teach the fools in the village. You would help an old man? Refreshing in one so young. All right, go to the village and find that foolish brat, Manolin. Find him and tell him I caught the fish. And get the beer he holds for me. After battling this fish for 3 days, I am exhausted. It's time to celebrate my triumph, and a beer is just what I need.
Any enemy of the alchemists is a friend of mine. This is a surprise. None of the keys I have fit this cipher machine. I thought I'd gathered nearly all of them. Perhaps one of the alchemists or one of their associates possesses the key. They often conceal cipher keys in their clothing. If you bring me the garments of any suspicious persons, I'm sure I can reveal the secret pockets. I can't believe the leader of the bastards was conspiring with the alchemists. I never realized their interests had become so entwined. Well, let me take a look at those clothes for a moment. You see this double lining? It contains a hidden pocket for hiding valuables. I'd hoped I wouldn't locate the key to this cipher machine inside. It would appear the noble reputation of the leader of the bastards was a facade. I'll decrypt it right away, so we can see what heinous deeds he was hiding. Lumacchio didn't simply cooperate with the alchemists. It appears he was Simon's hunting dog, stalking and killing those opposed to the alchemists. I am truly disappointed in Lumacchio. I thought him destined to become a shining pillar of light atop Krat. Considering who the lighthouse keeper betrayed, I doubt he escaped unscathed. Unless, of course, he'd prepared a hideout. If so, the only piece of advice I can give for finding its whereabouts is to put yourself in the shoes of the lighthouse keeper. Any enemy of the alchemists as a friend. Have you seen another treasure?
Well met, Moth. The legendary backbreaker, you mean? No, I've heard nothing about her. All I know is that... Well met. Well met.